Have you ever made a comment to your spouse without getting a response back? Or maybe you reached over to squeeze their hand and they squeezed yours back. Well, those are just examples of what we call bids for connection. They can be big or small, spoken or unspoken, and they might even take the form of a question or a physical touch. They can also be funny or serious or maybe even sexual in nature. But a bid is just an attempt a person makes to emotionally connect with their partner. And while they may seem kind of insignificant on the surface, marital experts call them the fundamental unit of emotional communication. So, for example, your partner might say something like, "Hey, you want to talk about our plans this weekend?" Or it could be a wink across the room, or maybe even a little pat on their behind when they walk by you in the kitchen. See, studies show that healthy couples make and respond to their partner's bids 87% of the time, while couples that divorced did so only 33% of the time. See, when we ignore or reject our partner's bids, they're much more inclined to criticize us and become frustrated. It's kind of like when you play tennis and one person keeps serving the ball over the net, but the other person never hits it back. What happens? Well, the other person eventually just quits serving the ball, and eventually the couple just starts drifting apart emotionally. So the lesson here is to make several small bids every day and intentionally acknowledge your partner's bids. Watch for their size. Look out for those winks and make eye contact when they ask you a question. Engage with them when they bring up a topic of conversation, and make it a point to really listen and connect with them. See, bottom line, it's simple, but a really effective way of telling your spouse, "Hey, I see you and I hear you, and you are important to me."